Well, this is my first time in South America. I've never been to Peru or Guatemala.
I've been in South America, in Chile, Argentina. I've never been in Peru or Guatemala.
It's just always been on the radar, and I have no real explanation as to why I've never been here. So this trip was really exciting for me because it was going to make that happen.
I knew about a few trips that people have taken down here, and I'd heard mixed things. I don't really know what I expected before, so it was good. It was awesome.
I knew that Lima is set on the ocean. I knew that it was close to the water. But where we drove that day, it definitely seemed like we were someplace else. We only drove 45 minutes outside the city.
Straight up from the city, we start going on these dirt roads, and then all of a sudden we get to a beach, and it's the most beautiful beach ever, and you're just like, man, these places they're incredible.
I feel like the kids were definitely really excited that we were there. You could tell that, not many people take trips down here and they don't get to see that type of stuff very often.
I knew that the demos were probably going to be pretty awesome. And anytime that you go somewhere that, you're bringing something that isn't the norm, people are you can just see it on their faces. They take it as, man, they liked our country enough to come here. This is awesome.
it's cool when you see it and you just see these people are so excited to see you. You know, you see kids that don't have the best bikes, but they're having so much fun riding it, when you know kids that like straight up won't ride their bike until they get a new seat. I think it's cool to see that because it's kind of just the pure, you know, joy of bike riding, and you know, it's just people being happy.
Antiva was pretty awesome. All the new cities that we go, they change things. But this one, because they abandoned the city, what we saw was how it used to be a city like hundreds of years ago. When I first saw the spot in a picture, your first impression is like, oh my God. At the same time, you don't want to make much expectations because you know sometimes it's not like you think. And then when you're there and we saw it, it was insane. It was so cool. It was like 8 in the morning. We had to get out really early to go there. And normally when you go somewhere at 8 in the morning, no one really gets on the bike or whatever. And then soon we stopped, bikes were out, people were running. I was like, wow, it's very crazy.
To see some of the spots that we went to, primarily like the one yesterday, I mean, that just blew my mind.
I was expecting to find, you know, weird street spots, but definitely nothing to that extent. We had such a plan for the day that, you know, we were basically going to start off at the tranny spot and just pedal. We found out pretty quick that that really wasn't going to happen. It was still good to get a session at that one tranny spot because that's a place that you never think that you're gonna find something like that, which is, I don't know, that's why we're here.
I enjoy a lot hanging out with people. I feel that we had a very warm welcome.
Both stops were just amazing. There were so many kids, it was insane. They were all so stoked on BMX in general. And you know, we ate really good food, met really cool people, and rode really good stuff. So it was awesome.
It seems like it's just somewhat diluted in the States, and then you leave the country and you notice how much people appreciate by coming and visiting their country. It's cool. It's an awesome experience getting to be here.
For me, that's always been something that's been really special about traveling. It just kind of keeps that fire lit that there's always more to search for, and that, you know, it's not something that ever you just can take for granted.